Good morning. Today's topic will be about Star Trek. Why I like Star Trek. As a kid, I suppose I remember the first time I remember seeing Star Trek. We were in our living room, and I think my dad or my older brother was playing um, Atari at the time, and the TV had Star Trek, the animated series on. So, and I was, of course, like, I don't know, 4, 5, 4, maybe 4, maybe 3, I don't know, early 80s. And anyway, so I just kind of like fell in love with it after that. It's like all the Star Wars movies came out, they were okay too. Um, my older brother used to love watching those, but as time went on and I explored more into the sci-fi world, I was more attracted to the Star Trek universe. It was more science-y, it was more, I don't know, more utopic as TNG rolled around. And that's what I wanted in my life at the time. I was going through a lot of hard times growing up. Not a lot of my friends could relate. Actually, none of my friends could relate to what was going on. At my school, I was the only child, or my family was the only family that had parents who were divorced. And to this day, it still bothers me that people are like, yeah, there was only one family when I went to school who was divorced. And it's like, it bothers me because it's like, it was nothing any of us could do. It was nothing that my dad could do or anything. My dad stepped up and he raised us as well as he could. He was a great dad. Anyway, but Star Trek just made everything for me and made it all more doable. It just, they'd meet an alien, and maybe the alien wasn't very friendly, but at the end, either they come to a conclusion or they don't. It just, to me, that's what Star Trek was. It was my my self-help therapy, and that's what I liked. And it stuck with me, and I'm still an avid Trek fan. I mean, the newer movies, not so much, but that's a topic for another time. We will get into New Trek or JJ Trek or whatever the heck you want to call it. That's a topic for another time, but right now, if I were to give out of the TV series, my top ratings, they would have to be TNG, Enterprise, the animated series, then Star Trek, or Star Trek, then the animated series, because animated kind of comes after. So I guess it'd be TNG, Enterprise, then Star Trek, or, TOS, and then animated series, though I like both of them equally. So I think they should get third place category anyway. But anyway, and then I would have to go with Voyager, just because Voyager, it was a little more interesting. And then DS9. Not a big fan of DS9. I have watched it. It's okay. I'll watch it, but it's not my favorite. I mean, we all have our favorites in what we like, and that's just not one of mine. So, anyway, why I like Star Trek? Because it helped me through a tough time in my life in my early years.